Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're diving into the world of SUV rentals right in the heart of Houston. We're going to take a closer look at what one company in particular, Houston SUV Rentals, brings to the table for travelers. Let's get right into it. So, let me ask you something. Are you planning a trip to Houston? Maybe you're trying to figure out how you're going to get everyone and all their stuff from point A to point B without any hassle. It's a real puzzle, right? Well, an SUV might just be the answer you're looking for. And speaking of answers, let's zoom in on one company that's all about providing that solution. We're going to use them as our guide to see what the rental experience can look like. So let's see how they set themselves up as your trusted partner for a Houston adventure. All right, so who are we talking about? This is Houston SUV Rentals. They kicked things off back in 2020, and their whole mission? It's pretty straightforward, to provide top-notch SUVs for anyone needing to get around Houston, whether you're visiting or you live there. But why an SUV in the first place? I mean, what's the big deal? Well, according to these guys, it's way more than just a rental car. It's about the experience. So let's break down exactly what they mean by that. Okay, so they boil it down to three big things. First up, freedom. We're talking about all that extra space, right? No more cramming luggage and people in. Then there's comfort. I mean, who doesn't want an unmatched, smooth ride, especially if you're driving a lot? And finally, let's be honest, style. You get to arrive looking good. So you might be thinking, okay, that sounds good, but is it right for my trip? That's the key question, isn't it? The whole idea is to find the perfect fit for whatever you've got planned. So let's see what they've got on offer. And here it is, laid out nice and simple. Got a big family vacation? They've got a family SUV for that. Planning an outing with a bunch of friends? The group outing option has you covered. What if you're staying for a while? They even do long-term rentals that are easier on the wallet. And get this, they offer pickup and delivery. Now that's what I call hassle-free. All right, so they've got the right vehicle for just about any situation. But that's only half the story, isn't it? It's one thing to have the cars, but it's another thing to back it up with a real promise. Let's dig into what they say really makes them different. And it all comes down to one word: value. Unmatched value, to be specific. That's the core of their promise to every single renter. But value can be a fuzzy word, right? So what does that actually mean when you're renting a car from them? Well, they break it down into a simple three-part promise. First, reliability. You get a well-maintained SUV you can count on for a safe trip. No surprises. Second, competitive pricing. The goal is to make a quality ride accessible to everyone, not just a select few. And third, and this one is huge, exceptional service. They've got a dedicated team to make sure your whole experience is absolutely seamless. Look, any company can make promises, right? But the real proof is always in what actual customers have to say. So don't just take our word for it. Let's hear from some people who've actually rented from them. Take Michael Johnson here. He says, Houston SUV Rentals made our family trip unforgettable. And he calls out two specific things: the spacious SUV and the great service. That hits two parts of their promise right there. Then you've got John Smith. His feedback is all about the process. He says it was quick and easy. You know, that's exactly what you want to hear when you're trying to get your vacation started. No headaches, just a smooth, seamless experience. And one more here from David Brown. He loved the SUV for his road trip, so the vehicle was perfect. And he also gives a shout out to the staff for being super helpful. So again, that's taking both the product and the service boxes. So there you have it. We've looked at the services, we've unpacked their big promise, and we've heard from real travelers. It's a pretty clear picture. The only question left is, what if you're ready to book your own adventure? Let's talk about how to make that happen. It's super simple. If you're ready to book, or even if you just have some questions, all you have to do is call. And there's the number right on your screen. That's 832-630-8201. Grab a pen or pull out your phone, because that's the number to call. So, what do you think? It really all comes back to that one question. Are you ready to book your unforgettable Houston adventure? From what we've seen, Houston SUV Rentals seems ready to help make that happen, with the right vehicle and a solid promise of reliability, value, and service. Thanks for tuning in.